hours in the afternoon to say, hey, Rob really telling me how good it is, or is it like not going well? But usually we'll call it a virtual happy hour. It gives them a reason to have a glass or a drink with the guys. So they'll probably tell you bring something if that's what you do and spend some time. As well as the rest of the staff here at CMIP, we are super excited. You are our it'll be 6 franchisees, 7 franchisees that will have launched during COVID and during this phase. So we're very excited about that. Jim, myself, and Chris have been hard at work in a lot of changes. I just want to let you guys. Back, always give it to us. Number one thing during this class is if you got anything, tell Chris.
Powering on. Welcome to All Tech Lansing.
To Rock. Jim knows the side of me, so he's like, he acts like a big strong, he's like a big baby, when it comes to things. So, real quick for you, what I'd like you guys to do is just a couple of notes, write these down. First and last name, quick bio. The reason I do quick bio is because some of you can talk longer than me or Jim. Chris, that means you, short bios on what you do. The other thing is a hobby. Typically what I say to you guys is this is what you did before you decided to open up a small business. Because most of you in about a year, I'll be asking you if you're still doing that hobby, and you'll tell me no, Rob. But I'm ready to go back and do it. This is interesting to kind of see the hobby. Where are you from? I leave this open-ended on purpose. Want to see where you guys go. I don't care if it's country of origin, place of origin, where you live now, where you are, where you're from business-wise. I'm okay with whatever. And then the last one is why CMIP. I like to ask this one just because this gives me the big, anybody here a Simon Sinek fan? Or read his book? Okay. So, the big thing here is I like the why. I've said it since you guys went through Discovery. I always ask you that question of why. I taught it to Ann, my other half. She uses it way too much now. Jim, she's mastered that video, so I hope you still show it in training about that little girl asking why 45 times. My wife will do that to me all day with the same tone, Jim. So I should have never shown her the video. So if you guys want to take, let's just say until about 5 minutes after the hour, kind of write that down, chat a little bit about it. That would be perfect. While you guys are writing that down, I'm going to break you out into breakout rooms once you get that written to kind of have some conversations to introduce yourself one-on-one. It randomly assigned, so whoever you get is who you get. I'll kind of jump around and play with the classes. But typically what I will tell you is just do your introduction with each other, practice it real quick, have a few minutes. And then the other thing I always tell people is add something in that conversation that typically somebody wouldn't give in their bio. Something might be like, I'm the youngest of 3 brothers. Chris, now you know why you live here, right?
That makes sense.
Or, hey, I've got 6 kids. Now you know why I live here. But any of those kind of things, it's something you typically wouldn't tell somebody in a business setting. We always come up with some really unique stories in this one too that I could use for years to kind of test. So, when everybody's kind of done, are you able to see on the webinar functions, or you kind of raise your hand, or put a hand up, or put thumbs down, or put thumbs up? Do you guys see the emoji kind of piece? There we go. Phil, thank you for the thumbs up. So once you guys kind of get that file ready, if you kind of give me a thumbs up or a hand up, that would be great. And then that way I know you guys are ready to go out on the breakout. There we go. And it looks like Lee's here, but I don't see her. See on Palm Connection? Oh, there you are, Lee. Hey, there
I'm
you
here.
go.
Yeah,
I thought
have
you
a
were
lot of
on here over
ways to
there.
back down. A quick why, I have 4 kids, 3 in diapers, so I keep it on mute most of the time.
Hey, completely understand that one. We were just having that conversation, Dan and myself, on why I'm not doing this from home. I've seen it.
Exactly.
I never know what's going to happen or what they're going to say. It's the hardest thing.
You never know.
Okay, so with that, everybody good?
Yes, sir.
What kind of thumbs up for everybody? I see the screen's got it, Bill. There we go, Lee. Drone good. Now, Lee, you gotta help Stan understand that piece, working with your boss, gotta teach him technology.
So how do you raise, how do you do thumbs up?
Okay.
I didn't know which thumb you wanted, the react or the actual thumb on participant, so I did both. But
I'll take both of them, right? Hey, either way, it's good. Keep trying to, guys, we're going to make it as easy as you can. It's just way too boring when you're sitting there listening to me lecture for an hour and a half. So we're trying our best to make that happen. So I'm going to throw you guys out into the breakdown room. And again, just introduce yourself to that person, spend a little bit of time, and then I'll pull you back. Or you can leave the breakout and we'll bring you back once you've had a chance to kind of go through that. So let me just make sure everything is good and I still have the ability to do it. And where is my button? I love technology. I'm doing it in a classroom instead, so it's not going to let me. So we'll postpone that and we will go on. I'm gonna look at this script, just put a note down on why you're not going up to the breakout. Let me see. Wait, and this is the finish function.
you're the host, right? So it should be right at the bottom. It should say breakout.
Yeah, it typically does. And I thought this morning when I logged in, and it's not showing it now. Let me stop. Let me turn off the share. And it's not going to do it, so stop share, does it? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it. So we will figure it out and we will get going on that. So with that, you can do me a favor. We'll start with, why don't you, Chris? We'll make you do it. So you can kind of do a nice little example for everybody and how we're going to do it. So again, just real quick, if everybody can do it, I'll bring it back up. There we go. So go ahead, Chris.
Outstanding. My name is Chris Vicario. I am new to the CMIT team, and I am super excited to jump right in with y'all and study the process here. A very quick bio. I am married to a wonderful woman named Pamela. We've been married for 16 years. She has 4 boys from her previous marriage. So you know I was older stepbrother rather than an actual father figure, but they're good boys. I've got a 13-year-old daughter, which is my current challenge in life as she's actually going to go to school on Wednesday. She goes to a private school. They've opted to go into class, so I'm super excited and nervous at the same time for her. Hobbies, I guess you call golf a hobby if they're losing a lot of money on golf balls and equipment, so I guess you can count that as a hobby. Yes, Rob, I go back to it once in a great while, and it's basically the same way every time. I'm originally from Southern California, from Ontario, California. I briefly went to UCLA until my dad saw my grades and then sent me back to Cal Poly Pomona, where I have a degree in social science. I also have a master's degree in education from the University of Phoenix. And why CMIT? Well, the obvious reasons because they're not giving me a paycheck, but what attracted me most to the company is the opportunity to take something that I've been familiar with in past lives, anything involving, just directly dealing with not only an organization, but using other parts of the brain that I don't necessarily have, particularly that east side, but we get there, we get so long, and obviously brief, so I'm going to make it quick. I enjoy a challenge. This is a great opportunity, and I'll get into it later in my piece. But I enjoy owning my own learning. I've always been a big part of, okay, I've got this big challenge in front of me. I want to break this down to its essentials, and I want to get this going, and I want to get it going the right way, and make sure that I understand what I'm doing, and I've been able to teach others. Not only what am I doing, but what is the organization doing. So super excited to be here. That was not quick, but you know what? That's me.
Hey, Chris, I appreciate it. And I really thought the reason you came to work here was because of me, but now I'm realizing all the stories you told me to get hired are now different. Hey, okay, we all learn, live and learn. When we talk about medicine, routine, off there with you, Chris, and what not to do. I'm just joking. He's an amazing partner, and I'm glad he's come there and come help me out with this side. One fun fact for you guys about Chris, and part of the reason why we really enjoy having him here is he is a franchise for a little company called Avis. His wife runs that full time, and he's been part of it. So he understands the pains and agony and dealing with control and running your own business and everything else. So we really like that about him. That's something I needed. I'm a past franchisee as well, so I like that mindset and I understand how it is on both sides of the picture when training. So thanks, and that was Chris's fun fact for you. So Jerome, you're next for me. Hey, you have I can't hear you. I'll move over to Phil and maybe we can get it there.
Yeah. So Bill Fitzpatrick out of the Kansas City market, so right here in the heart of the country. Quick bio from a business standpoint. I've been in technology. I started my career with a degree in digital electronics and always wanted to get involved that way. So office products, technology firms developing railroad tracking systems all across the country, across the world, and then ended up in sales at Nextel doing their data sales and that kind of thing, and ended up starting my own wireless business. And did that for 10 years. It was quite successful, enjoyed it, just the Sprint merger did not go well in our world, and so sold out and tried to find something, never could make it work. Went back to corporate America. They didn't like me, I didn't like them, so we parted ways recently. And here I am, back owning my own business. So, hobbies, I like to eat, so I smoke barbecue meat here in Kansas City. You know, it's something I think it's a requirement when you live here to learn how to do that. So, I've done that for quite a while. Used to play racquetball, but my schedules recently haven't done that. So, yeah, I'd love to get back to being able to play racquetball here after I get this up and running. Brothers, and so we were the lone ones on knowing how to get along maybe with the other sex. So I don't know, it's working pretty good. We've been married for 34 years now, so got a couple of kids. My son just moved back here from Alabama. His wife got a doctorate in microbiology from the University of South Alabama. So she's back there working for SIVA. So, and we're going to have our first grandbaby coming up soon.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. Very, very excited. Little girl, and little girls are just the most precious things in the world, and I'm concerned because I know how bad my daughter's gotten me wrapped up, so I'm pretty sure this one's going to be even worse.
You're done, Bill. You're done. Good.
So yeah, a lot's been going on in our world here recently through this whole COVID thing with my son and daughter, you know, and moving back and going to have a baby and start a new business. And so, and why the CMIT? So technology is the thing. It really is. It's always been my deal. I've always had a, I don't know, it's a weird deal, but people can have computers and they can have a problem, and I can walk in and I'm like, okay, show me the problem. They're like, okay, it doesn't do it now. And so I've had this odd relationship with computers, and I've always been a user, never a programmer. I looked at that once and went, nope, don't want to do that. And so, and you know, other things are CMIT, reoccurring revenue. Love that idea. And number two, I don't think you're ever going to not need it. It's just one of those things that you're always going to need. I think we're in an industry that's going to grow and continue to grow and provide us additional opportunities as we move here in the next 5, 10, 15 years, whatever that is. So that's Bill.
Well, Bill, I appreciate that. Grandbaby, reoccurring revenue. So for everybody, reoccurring revenue, we'll introduce it a little bit later, which will be the story of your life, called MRR. Monthly reoccurring revenue. That is the frame that we all want. So much. Jim and I will tell you that's how you go to the business stuff. So thank you for that segue. I'll put the $5 for you today. For that, I appreciate that. Next on, Glenn, were you good now on the sound? Still can't hear you.
Hey, Rob, if you want, I can go next.
Sure, go ahead, Ken.
Okay. You guys can hear me good?
Good.
Okay, my name is Tan Z. If you go professionally, I'm by experience and by education, I'm an oil and gas person. I have been in oil and gas business for over 20 years. And I recently listened to my heart and said, okay, this is the time to switch careers and get into a thing where you can help people, help build stronger communities, help smaller businesses. I see a lot of need, where businesses, friends, families, they kind of lost in maze of technology. It's kind of you and your family knows more about Google and Facebook knows more about you than your family and friend. And your password manager knows all your passwords, and sometimes you can't get into your own account. So that's one of the reasons. Hobbies, with the COVID going on, my hobbies are kind of washing dishes, doing laundry, looking after the kids. I have two kids. My son is 9-year-old. He goes to grade 4. I have his daughter. She goes to 1st grade. I also like doing some gardening, doing some small DIY projects. I also like breaking things apart with my son. He likes, hey, let's open this laptop. We recently had a MacBook he spilled, and we decided not to get to the Apple shop and just try to fix it ourselves. Things like those, that's my hobby. One interesting thing, okay, where do you come from? So originally I'm from India. That's where I come from. I spent most of my part in India. I'm in the US for the last 15 years to the land of opportunity. I did my bachelor's in India, and then I came for master's to US. And one interesting thing which you guys want to do is there is a $100 prize if you can pronounce my real name. So Tanzi is my business name, and that's helpful to a lot of people, make people's lives easier. My real legal name is Tanveer Akhtar.
So wait a minute, we had to figure out how to spell it because you just told us how to say it.
No, you have to say it and spell it, right?
Oh.
Hey, for $50, whoever wins, I'm gonna get the content and bring it in here. Let me know.
Not for the crown. He can do it.
Nah, good stuff. I appreciate that. Stan, you want to go next?
Hey, Rob,
Sure,
before he
sure.
does, I'm sorry, Sam, I apologize for interrupting. Rob, you're not sharing screen anymore, so you might want to pop the list of the apps.
Appreciate it.
See, Stan, I want to make sure you got this so you can see what you're getting yourself into. So I apologize. I will let you have the floor, sir.
I did shorthand, so I wrote it down so I could do it in order, just like he did it. So my name is Stanley Cartwright. I have 5 children. I have 8 grandkids. Been married to my wife Millie for 44 years. I know what Bill's talking about, so be ready, Bill, because I have 6 granddaughters and 2 grandsons, and they range from 22 to 5 in ages. So it keeps you busy. Yeah, for sure. My hobbies are I have a pond, so I like to keep koi fish and keep them going. It keeps me busy. Outside, I like to do a lot of outside work. We also, I'm a minister, so I a lot of volunteer work, and especially with COVID. I've been pretty busy delivering food items and going to pantries for people. And I was doing that while I was unemployed because as a project manager working in the financial area, every 2 years you have to take off for 3 months. So that's a planned thing I've been doing for 11 years. And so in doing that, I can keep myself busy by helping others. And that's pretty much not only my hobby, but that's pretty much my life. I'm from New Jersey. I'm originally from Philadelphia, but I moved across the bridge 10 minutes to New Jersey, and I've been in South Jersey for the last years, other than being in Philadelphia. And why CMIT? Well, I think some of the comments earlier were it's an opportunity to have full control of your life and your business and how you grow. I've worked in corporate for a long time and not being the responsible for things that we do. Someone else has that responsibility, and you can't, whatever you contribute, you don't always reap the benefits of that. With CMIT, your contributions, your investment of time, effort, and bringing business, you're going to reap those benefits, you and your team. So it's an opportunity to do that. I worked with people with CMIT before, and I think it's a good opportunity to do it, and so I'm excited about that.
Hey, Stan, thanks for that. And who's your business partner? Again, just for everybody else.
David Mann.
David Mann. Just so everybody's familiar with that and kind of see them together. And it's always interesting. All the people.
Yeah, it's a CMIT in Princeton. So it's the Princeton, New Jersey.
So, Jerome, you want to try one more time?
Sure. Can you hear me now?
Absolutely. So you can listen and clarify your
Okay.
thoughts about the next few days. I know this guy named Jerome would be happy to provide those services to you. We're just practicing a pitch. Go ahead, sorry, Jerome.
No problem. And I apologize for the background noise. Our AC went out, so we have people moving in and out. Yeah. So they're replacing a unit right now, and in an area or a room that's more open. But yes, my name is Jerome Messina. I've been with, in the corporate world for quite some time now. I started out as a systems engineer with electronic data systems. Well, prior to that, I was in the military. I was in the U.S. Army for 4 years. Decided to leave and go into computers. My degree was in accounting. After college, I went into I took some computer courses, and I said, shoot, this is what I want to do. I want to program. But unfortunately, due to some personal situations, joined the military. I was in the Philippines at the time. and then joined the U.S. military and came over here, stationed at Fort Polk, Louisiana. Not a good place, but yeah. And then so after leaving the military, I went to Houston and was able to join Electronic Data Systems as a systems engineer. Went to their engineering program, awesome program, learned a lot. That's where I built my
No.